And now we'd like to just take a brief moment, if you could all have a moment of silence for all the first responders and all those who serve.
I'm Mary Hatfield, and we're at Will County Celtic Fest here in Joliet, Illinois, on a lovely September day in the bright sun. I'm very lucky today to be joined by Nancy Schultz-Boots, our county clerk here of Joliet. How are you doing today, Nancy?
Oh, it's such a beautiful day, and I love coming to St. Joe's Park, and especially for this beautiful event. And when the bagpipes and the feeling throughout the area here, the park here is just overwhelming of the Irish, and I'm Irish too, so it's very good to be here to support the Irish people.
Absolutely, the Irish heritage today.
Especially after September 11th, it's nice to see the support here from the people, our firemen, our policemen, and all the people that serve our country. Absolutely. We have to stick together.
Yeah, it's a great community event down here. So what else brings you down to the park?
Well, it's this time of year, 2014, I'm your Will County clerk, and every 4 years, even though you've been an incumbent, you still have to get signatures of the residents of Will County. So I'm taking advantage of this great day and all these people to go and introduce myself to them and get signatures.
That's great. Fantastic. So loads of things going on here at the fest. We've got music, fun. You can participate in the democratic process and sign some signatures. You can also just kind of rub elbows, you know, with your local clerks and all. So it's a great event here, and I hope we'll maybe see you down at sometime soon. But thanks for stopping in, Nancy.
I was born and raised here, and we lived right over here. So coming to St. Joe's Park is natural for us. Ever since we were little kids, we would come, and my father, the mayor, former mayor Art Schultz, and my mom Fran, we were born and raised here. My brothers play baseball, so this is just, it's a natural thing for us to be here. So.
Yeah, fantastic. Local community event. It's very family. You can tell when you walk in the place. It's very, you can feel it. It's very friendly. Everybody kind of knows everybody else.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks very much. with Jean Pansy Lennon. And how are you doing today, Jean?
I'm doing just fine.
That's great. And the sounds of the bagpipes are starting up in the background here, so we're in for a lovely afternoon of music. Are you looking forward to anything in particular this afternoon?
Everything I see is a delight, a joy to the eyes and senses.
That's fantastic. And are you Irish?
100%.
Absolutely. And Pansy Lennon sounds like a very Irish name. What part of Ireland are you from?
Well, the Cantys are from County Cork, and my grandmother, Duffy, she was from Mayo. My other grandmother, Maloney, she was from Donegal. And the Lennons are from Roscommon.
Lovely. So you're all across the country. That's great. When you go for a holiday, you can nip down to all the family. And have you been to Ireland before?
Yes, several times.
That's fantastic. Did you have a favourite place when you visited?
County Wicklow.
Wicklow.
There was a series on TV called Ballykiss Angel.
Oh, yeah.
And, that area I loved.
Yeah.
It was a wonderful series.
Really gorgeous, isn't it? Really lovely. Well, I hope you have a great day, the rest of the fest here.
Thank you.
Are you going to enjoy a few beers and some food?
Oh, probably.
I say so. A few cheeky beers. So, thanks very much.
Thank you.
But, ladies and gentlemen, John Condron.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight all the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Very lucky now to be joined by a good old friend of mine, Marty Walsh, who's going to be playing some music this afternoon with the band the Ploughboys. How long have the Ploughboys been around, Marty?
Geez, unofficially probably 15 years, but we've known each other since grade school. We've known each other since we were probably 10, 11 years old.
Wow, so it really goes back there.
Together, yeah.
You've probably known me since I was 10 or 11 years old as well.
I remember you and your sister as well. Yes.
So I'm just kind of horning in on the gig today with the Ploughboys because they don't usually allow girls in the band, but today...
We'll make the exception today.
A little bit of an exception anyway. So are the Ploughboys going to be playing anywhere else this fall?
Oh yeah, we've got some gigs lined up actually. Up on the north side, we'll be playing way up north in Wakanda. But we play a lot down at Gaelic Park. We play down at Chicago Street Pub, one of Joliet's best establishments for music. We also perform at Gaelic Park every couple of months. And then pretty much any Irish festival that'll have us, we'll be there.
There we go. So I'm well familiar with your music, obviously, or you kind of would play along. But for anyone that hasn't seen the Ploughboys in action, what can they expect if they come out to a show?
Sure. Well, I grew up in Ireland, in County Tipperary, a little town called Carrick-on-Shore, which is actually the home of the Clancy brothers. So I grew up listening to the Clancy brothers at a young age, got to know Liam and Patty and Tommy, and just grew up with that music in my household. So as we started to form our band, a lot of the songs that we do have a Clancy brothers type feel, but we've added, our own little twist. We have, of course, now we've got Max Dunne on pipes, we've got Jason Turton on bass, Jeff Malone on guitar and vocals, myself on the baron. And when you guys come in, we've got the Hatfield sisters on fiddle. But I guess our sound can be categorized like Clancy Brothers, Gaelic Storm, Dubliners, you know, a mix of tunes and songs. Yeah.
Fantastic. It sounds like a good time. If I do say so myself, even though I'm going to be there.
Yeah.
So I'd say it's going to be a good one. Is there any sort of website that people could go to or a Facebook page?
We just launched a new website a few months ago, so check out ploughboys.net, or you can check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/the Ploughboys, and go ahead and like us and share us and do whatever you do on the Facebook.
Great, that sounds good. Thanks for chatting to me, Marty, and looking forward to the gig later.
All right, thanks.
Thanks.
I'd like to introduce Chris Shaw, who took it upon himself to get the St. Pat's All-Year Alumni Association together, and they're packing their place. So please welcome Chris Shaw.
Thank you, everyone. Please excuse me, I'm not a very good public speaker. I need to get the rest of my alumni board up here. Robin, Janet, Mrs. Paul. We need Mick Brophy up here and Pete Haggerty. Stephanie, there she is. We started this about 8 months ago. Actually, last fall I joined the IES, and the day I joined, Mick Brophy cornered me and said, "Hey, we need you to be new member director," which is a position they use for new members to get new ideas in. And I said, I wanted to help with Celtic Fest. And I said, hey, what if we bring St. Pat's over and do an all-years reunion with Celtic Fest? And they jumped on the idea because it would be such a great married union. We're going to bring people in, and obviously we've brought people. You look at this park, it's packed. This is a Sunday night at 2 o'clock on Saturday. So please thank you, everyone, for showing up. This is just great. The other thing we wanted to do
was to do a scholarship in honor of Pat Paul. He was a teacher at St. Pat's for many years, very respected, and we figured, how are we going to do that? How are we going to fund that? So I asked them, if I bring these people in, can I have their gate admission? They said, sure, no problem. So just so everyone knows, this scholarship is being funded by the Irish American Society. For every one of you guys that were alums that are coming in, I'm getting that $5 back. And as you know, we selected a committee, and they went through the entire process, through application process, interviews, and we got a winner today. And I guess, from what I understand, I was not on the selection committee, but she stood out above the rest, and she really deserves this particular scholarship. You know, I also would like to say thank you to all these guys right here. I mean, without them, this would not have happened. It may have been my idea, but these are the ones that made it happen right here. Robin Ward, she's our vice president. Janet Moeller, who was our volunteer, T-shirts, whatever else we need. Stephanie Goulis was instrumental in a lot of our artwork and just facilitating stuff. You're not you yet. I'd like to turn the mic over to the Irish American Society before I do the scholarship. Pete Haggerty behind me is our president, and Mick Brophy over here is the Will County Celtic Fest chairman. So please listen to them for a couple minutes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'd like to thank everyone for coming out today and supporting our fest. As you know, the Irish American Society is a non-for-profit organization, and we do help out a lot of the charities around our Will County area. In particular, we also send a student to Ireland on a scholarship every year. Last year, we got to send 2 girls to Ireland. This year, hopefully, with all your help, we'll send 2 more. We'd like to get as many of you signed up for the club as possible. We've got a lot of great events coming up this year. You'll see over on our merchandise tent there, these little green sheets have our list of our calendar of events on them. Grab one, check it out. We've got a lot of great stuff coming up this year. And if not, we'll see you next year right here at Celtic Fest. I'm going to say thanks to St. Pat's for coming out and joining us. You guys did great. The scholarship is a great idea, and we love having you guys here. And hopefully every year the turnout is like this. It's going to be a great time. So everybody enjoy the fest. Have a good time. We'll get your scholarship winners here. We'll get back to the bands. And sign up for the Irish American Society. Join our group, please. We'd love to have you. Thank you.
I'm just going to tag team on to what Mick had to say. My name's Pete Haggerty. I'm the current president of the Irish American Society of County Will. Mick is also, in addition to being our chairman for this event, is our first vice president, and in that position, in November at our annual meeting, he will become president of the society for the next 2 years. So we've got some great leadership. We'll have a great slate of officers that will be inducted in November. We're looking forward to a lot of good years of great events like this, and our monthly cultural events that Sheila Corrigan has been facilitating. So we got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of kids events going on. There's a silent auction over in the back here. A lot of great prizes to bid on, and that'll end at 7:30. There's also an opportunity for absentee bidding if you can't be here until 7:30. So thank everybody for coming out, and just enjoy this great, beautiful weather that we're having. Thank you.
Thank you, Pete. Thank you, Mick. We get Karen, Paul, and I see Kevin back there. Megan. Oh, hi. Here you go. Come on up here, Kevin. Father Jim. We could all sit here and speak for hours, but we're limited to 15 minutes about Pat Paul, what kind of a teacher he was. We're not going to do that. I wanted to introduce to you his family. This is his son, Kevin. Come on out here front, guys. Oh, no, you're going to be out there in front. This is his son, Kevin. Yeah. His daughter, Megan, and his wife. I tell you what, they're just great people. They've been helping us with everything we're doing here. And we would like, I don't know how to say this. Are you on?
These are not on. No.
Can we get another mic over here?
What do you want?
Go ahead. Are you checking now? Okay, go ahead.
Oh, you're going to let me talk. That's a scary
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, probably.
The Paul family, my bouquet just fell apart. Megan and Karen and Kevin, very instrumental in this. And I know that up there somewhere, somebody's looking down on us today and smiling on not only all of you, but also Chris and all of us, because if he was here today, he would have done this. And as I said to Chris today in a message on Facebook, I said, today, if you feel a hand on your shoulder, I said, listen, because somebody's saying, good job, kid, because this is what Pat Paul would have done. So go Irish. We did it. And this one's for you.
I'd like to introduce Father Jim Lennon, who's going to speak a couple minutes about Pat and what he stood for.
I have to tell the Aaron story when Aaron gets up.
Hey, welcome everybody. A typical St. Patrick turnout. Wonderful. Again, that spirit continues to electrify everybody that comes for a St. Pat gathering. As we come together today, I think of three things when I think of Pat Paul. When I came to St. Pat's in 1995, at our first faculty meeting, I said to Pat, I'm so glad that you're here. I really didn't know him well before, but I said, I'm just so happy that you're here. A male image in school, you project a real wonderful, wonderful value system. And he said, thanks. He said, I'm happy to be here too. And then Pat said to me, and I remember it today on this beautiful day, he said, the three basic things in my life are first and foremost, my love for my God, my love for Karen, Kevin, and Megan, and my love for St. Pat's. without flinching an eye, he said, those are the three basic values. And if I can inculcate a love of God, first and foremost, in the hearts and minds of the children, if I can let them know how important my family is to me, that will filter down not only in the 8th grade classroom, but out on the court. Whatever we do, we're doing it to let everybody know that we are truly proud to be at St. Patrick's School. That wonderful tradition that we've had for well over 100 years. And you know, so today, before I would conclude, I have to thank the wonderful Dominican sisters who for 75 years taught at St. Pat's. Many of you had the Adrian Dominican sisters. All the lay teachers who unstintingly gave of themselves. The students, thousands that have gone through St. Pat's, and all of you who over the years have been such tremendous supporters of St. Patrick's in whatever capacity it might have been. So, you know, I'm sure Pat is looking down and he is saying, go Irish, I'm always with you in spirit. And he can truly say, I always will love you. So thanks so much for being here as we honor him today. Thank you for having me, Chris.
Thank you, Father.
And for the committee, I married a couple of these gals. Great to see all of them here. Thank you. And now I would like also, just for a moment, if you don't mind, you're going to have the presentation first?
I'd like to bring Father Memenis up and Father Graziano as well.
Okay. We're going to have Father Memenis and Father Graziano come up, and I'd also like Father John Belmonte to come up, please. Father John, after the presentation, John Belmonte's presentation, please put your hand on the school. He's the right hand.
He's got to be very quick, though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, come on.
We have here Father Vitas Memenis, who, trust me, we all know. Father Damien Graziano is coming up.
Careful, Damien.
Oh, you lose Vitas.
I think it'd be nice if the three fathers, and we also have Father John Belmonte. If we get the four fathers to please lead us in prayer.
I became pastor of St. Pat's in 1978. That's 35 years ago. And I hired Pat Paul as a teacher of St. Pat's. That year I hired 3 teachers. Pat Paul was one, Maureen Rossi. I'm getting old, I'm 84. And my mind is just can't remember who was the third one. Maybe Damien. Damien Graziano, Father Damien Graziano was my associate for 5 years, from 78 to 83. And I don't have to tell you what shape St. Pat's was. If you were here, you know it. So there is no sense to repeat it. That's past. I celebrated the 150th anniversary of St. Pat's Church. And I also celebrated 100th anniversary of St. Patrick's School, 1886. And Shaul, your head was of my students, a few others.
This kid over here, he doesn't remember my name.
Yeah, Kerbis, Mrs. Kerbis. I baptized a couple of kids of hers. She was my student too. I don't know how many you were.
Yep.
Janet was my student. So I graduated 12 classes. I left 1990. And Pat was integral part not only of St. Patrick's School, he was also an integral part of St. Patrick's Parish. He was a heart of our school. He worked so hard, and he made tremendous influence on our students. And I don't know about Shaul, when he called me, he said, whenever we mention your name, we got scared. That was Shaw, Chris Shaw. So I'm really happy. To me, it's a big day because I was a part for, Lord only knows, so total now from 78, 35 years. I was pastor only for 12 years because Bishop Image said to me, no, you cannot stay longer than 12. You got to go somewhere else. So I had to leave in 1990. But I know the Castells family. I knew Karen's father and mother. They lived across the street. So I also want to pay tribute to Castells. And God love you and God bless you. My former associate, retired pastor also.
It's great to be here. God bless you.
I'm getting the eye over here from our production team. So let's have the fathers lead us in prayer real quick. You need to say something real quick?
Just one. I'm the superintendent of Catholic schools. My name is Father John Belmonte. I did not have the privilege of working with Pat Paul, but Father Jim mentioned to me that this would be going on today. And so to honor the work that he did, to honor St. Pat's School, I put together a little memento for the family. It's a sign which says St. Patrick Catholic School, a family of faith since 1886. And so I give that to you, your family, from our family of faith to you. Thank you for everything. God bless you.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. St. Patrick, pray for us.
Go Irish. Without further ado, let me bring up Mike Reilly. I selected him as the head of our scholarship committee. He did not attend St. Pat's, but he's been an educator his entire life. And I just have to say he did an outstanding job. So please give it up for Mike Reilly.
Hey. Hi, Father. Go ahead. Going to keep it short. All right, following a bunch of priests. That's good for me. All right. I want to thank the scholarship committee, particularly Chris here. Without him, we wouldn't have a scholarship going today. So it was his idea. He came up with it. Good job. I'd like to thank Karen and Megan. They've been integral in the committee. Dave and Sue Parker, two of Pat's best friends, and Robin and Steph up here, who are former students. My contact with Pat was limited to softball a little bit. Didn't know him as well as the rest of these people, but I got to know him best through his students. I retired a couple years ago as an English teacher at Central, and a bunch of his kids came up through the ranks from his 8th grade class to my junior and senior classes. And I think they spoke volumes about the quality of him as a man and as a teacher, because they were good, hard-working kids. You know, and they were a fine reflection of his values. And we've got a really fine reflection of his values here in Erin Mennigan, the winner of the first Pat Paul Scholarship. Okay. She was chosen the best out of a group of outstanding candidates. She blew away everybody, though, in her interview. She came across as focused, intelligent, outgoing, giving to the community, a definite sense of social awareness. She worked in the emergency room as a volunteer at Silver Cross. Hey, she's Irish, she's a Central kid, and like Pat Paul and myself, she's a Packer fan. You can't go wrong. Bless you all.
Oh, I know that.
All right.
I don't really have anything prepared right now, but I just wanted to say thank you to everyone. And I really do appreciate the scholarship, and that I really like the sense and the feel that I'm getting from you guys. You guys are really great people, and I just want to say thank you.
Aaron. Yep, here you go.
That's her letter. Yep. Now you don't have to read it.
Oh, okay. All right, I have to interject slightly. And Mike spoke about it briefly about Erin's interview. She literally, I just told her mom this. She walked in the room and she just blew us away, truly. And we talked to 6 people, 6 other candidates that day. So, and the first thing that Erin said when she walked in is, "My name's Erin, and like Pat Paul, I'm Irish." And it just kind of, you know, it does something for you when you're Irish. But I have a quick story I have to tell. I'm hoping Karen's not mad at me. When I was in 8th grade, Karen was pregnant with Megan. And Mr. Paul wanted to name Megan Erin. He was determined. And in fact, in our class prophecies, we said that they were going to name the baby Erin. Well, as you well know, Megan's name is not Erin. And as we sat there, and I didn't get to vote on the scholarship, but I sat in, and they all voted. And after we chose Erin, I thought to myself, you know what, Mr. Paul, you got your Erin. So I believe that there was just some divine intervention, and believe me, throughout this whole entire process, planning this reunion and everything, his hand was in it, and he was with us. So congratulations, Erin, and go Irish.
All right, everyone, let's party.
Hi there, we're back at the Will County Celtic Fest, and I'm joined with Dinah Lennon.
Dinah Lennon Archambault.
Archambault.
It's a hard last name.
Yeah, is that Irish? Obviously the Archambault isn't, but...
No, but the Lennon sure is.
Lennon is. And are you Irish?
I am almost all Irish. I still have relatives in Ireland, in Athlone.
Fantastic. And have you been to visit them, or have you been back to Ireland?
I have been to Ireland 3 times. We had a family reunion with all the Lennons. And Athlone is right between Dublin and Galway. And we had such a wonderful time.
Oh, fantastic. And was it great being back with the cousins and the family?
They treated us like royalty. And then they had a baseball game that reenacted one that was here with the Lennon brothers and the Johnson brothers back in the early 1900s as part of the reunion.
Oh, fantastic. So the American links there as well. That's great. Do you have any family with you here today?
I have my mom, Jean Canty Lennon. Good Irish person.
There we go.
Yes.
Are you looking forward to today and the music and
Absolutely.
And the food and everything else?
Love Irish food and even more Irish music. It's
Yeah.
wonderful. What a great day for this.
It is, absolutely. Such a beautiful day here at St. Joe's Park. So you are up for election in the coming term, is that right?
That's right. I'm an appointed judge in Will County. There's a new position for an elected circuit judge in Sub-Circuit 2, Joliet and Shorewood, Troy Township, and I am a candidate.
Fantastic. Okay, well, if you make it down to St. Joe's Park, then you can come down and have a chat with Dinah and ask your questions about the new position and just have a chat, because it's a lovely day here in St. Joe's Park, very friendly, kind of neighbourly atmosphere here. So we hope you enjoy it.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Okay, once again, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 3rd annual Will County Celtic Festival. At this time, we're running a little bit behind schedule, so they promise they're going to sing fast for you. So get ready for that. The Ploughboys are one of Chicago's favorite Irish bands, combining traditional folk and rebel songs with high-energy jigs and reels. The Ploughboys have been performing throughout the Midwest for over 10 years. What started out as a few friends playing some songs at St. Patrick's Day house party has now grown into a traveling house party, with stops through the area's favorite Irish pubs and festivals. 3 of the band members have been friends since middle school, and with the help of Arthur Guinness and St. John Jameson, they have managed to remain friends for over 25 years. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and welcome the Ploughboys.
So we need a little help from you all, you guys singing with me, please. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, so yeah.
It is a halfway season, isn't it?
I definitely need help. Oh, row the rattling bog down in the valley, oh, row the rattling bog down in the valley, Now in this this bog there was a tree, a rare tree, a rattling tree, tree in the bog down in the valley. Ho, 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 the rattling bog down in the valley. Ho, 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 the rattling bog down in the valley. Ho. Now on this tree there was a limb, a rare limb, a rattling limb on the tree, in the tree, in the bog down in the valley. Ho, 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 the rattling bog down in the valley. Ho, 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 the rattling bog down in the valley. Ho. Now on this limb there was a branch, a rare branch, a rattling branch on the limb, and the limb on the tree, and the tree, and the bog down in the valley. Ho, 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 the rattling bog down in the valley. Ho, 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 the rattling bog down in the valley. Ho. Now on this branch there was a twig, a rare twig, a rattling twig on the branch, and the branch on the limb, and the limb on the tree, and the tree, and the bog down in the valley. Oh, 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 the rattling bog down in the valley. Oh, 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 the rattling bog down in the valley. Oh. Now on this twig there sat a nest, a rare nest, a rattling nest. Nest and the twig, and the twig, and the branch, and the branch, and the limb, and the limb, and the tree, and the tree, and the bog down in the valley. Oh, 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 the rattling bog down in the valley. Oh, 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 the rattling bog down in the valley. Oh. Now in this nest there sat a bird, a rare bird, a rattling bird. Bird and the egg, and the egg, and the nest, and the nest, and the twig, and the twig, and the branch, and the branch, and the limb, and the limb, and the tree, and the tree, and the bog down in the valley. Oh, 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 the rattling bog down in the valley. Oh, 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 the rattling bog down in the valley. Oh. Now on this bird there was a feather, a rare feather, a rattling feather, feather on the bird, and the bird, and the egg, and the egg, and the nest, and nest, and the twig, and the twig, and the branch, and the branch, and the limb, and the limb, and the tree, and the tree, and the bog down in the valley. Oh, 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 the rattling bog down in the valley. Oh, 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 the rattling bog down in the valley. Oh. Come on, Jeff, tell him. Woo! Now on this feather there was a flea, a rare flea, a rattling flea, flea, and the feather, and the feather, and the bird, and the bird, and the egg, and the egg, and the nest, and the nest, and the twig, and the twig, and the branch, and the branch, and the limb, and the limb, and the tree, and the tree, and the bog down in the valley. Oh, oh, the rattling bog down in the valley. Oh, oh, the rattling bog down in the valley. Oh. Now on this flea there was a germ, a rare germ, a rattling germ, germ, and the flea, and the flea, and the feather, and the feather, and the bird, and the bird, and the egg, and the egg, and the nest, and nest, and the twig, and the twig, and the branch, and the branch, and the limb, and the limb, and the tree, and the tree, and the bog down in the valley. Oh, oh, the rattling bog down in the valley. Oh, oh, the rattling bog down in the valley. Oh. Hey, Rocket with accordion, he did ride Rambo. Rocket with accordion, he did ride Rambo. Rocket with accordion, he did ride. Send Miss Sally by his side. Rambo, Rambo, Rambo. Said Miss Sally, will you marry me? Rambo. Said Miss Sally, will you marry me? Rambo. Said Miss Sally, will you marry me? Way down yonder by the boxer's tree. Rambo, Rambo, Rambo. Rocket with accordion, he did ride Rambo. Rocket with accordion, he did ride Rambo. Rocket with accordion, he did ride. Said Miss Sally by his side. Rambo, Rambo, Rambo. Rambo, Rambo, Rambo. Rambo, Rambo. 3, 4, flea, and the feather, and the feather, and the bird, and the bird, and the egg, and the nest, and the egg, and the nest, and the twig, and the twig, and the branch, and the branch, and the limb, and the tree, and the tree, and the bog down in the valley. Oh, 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 the rattling bog down in the valley. Oh. Oh, roll the rattling bog down in the valley, oh. Oh, roll the rattling bog down in the valley, oh. Oh, roll the rattling bog. The bog down in the valley,
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I'm very lucky today, actually. I showed up on the wrong day. The Ploughboys tricked me. They're always playing tricks on me. But anyway, the gig was yesterday. I showed up today. So they're being very gracious and let me play along with them. Because I was supposed to be here yesterday. Actually, just joking. They did actually invite me. I didn't just jump up on stage. But me and Max here are going to do a set of reels for you. And the first tune's called The Glenstal Abbey. And you're probably going to hear a lot of chat today about jigs and reels and all that sort of thing. So I know there's plenty of Irish dancers in the audience that know the full difference between the two. But for anyone that's sort of maybe a non-musician or a non-dancer, you can follow along in the home game. The jig, you can say along to the jig, jiggity, 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 jig, or energy, 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 energy.
Heineken.
Exactly.
Giggity.
Or if it's a reel, you can tell it's a reel, and you can go alligator, 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 litigator, litigator, litigator. Yeah. Depending on your profession. So anyways, we'll do a few reels for you here, and that's basically just a different type of dance that the dancers would do. So I think we're actually lucky enough to have a few dancers from Keir Academy of Irish Dance, and they'll be showing off their steps for you. So give them a nice warm round of applause there.
Thank you.
You know it's good because Max broke a string. All right, we're back again with a very dear friend of mine, Max Dunne. We've been playing music together for a good few years now, which actually kind of makes me think about how you actually got into the music in the first place, Max, because, I don't know, how old were you when you started playing Irish music?
Irish music, oh my gosh, probably grew up with it, but I didn't really get into it until college, like seriously. So, you know, and when you're growing up, there's something in the house, you don't really think much of it. Then you go away and you kind of want to have something familiar, so you start playing Irish music and been doing it ever since.
There we go. And yeah, so Max will be playing a lot of shows with us. He's very talented. He plays guitar, he sings, he plays the tin whistle and the uilleann pipes, which are the Irish pipes, and that's kind of his newest venture. So how's that been going? How long have you been on the pipes now?
Oh gosh, I play a few instruments, and the uilleann pipes, by far, the toughest instrument I've ever played. It's a pain. I've had it for just over a year, and maybe in like 20 years, I'll be confident in playing in public. So we'll see how it goes. We're getting there. But yeah, it's a great challenge, and I really enjoy it.
Good stuff, good stuff. So you can catch actually Max Dunne. He plays with myself and my sister. We're the Hatfield sisters. I'm Mary. So they can check out. We're going to be playing around in the fall, and also when St. Patrick's Day rolls around in March. So Max Dunne will be playing his pipes and bringing that out in public then, I'd say, wouldn't you?
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah. So if you want to check out dates where Max will be performing as well as myself and my sister, you can go to www.hatfieldsisters.com. You can also check out our Facebook page. We got some things up there for upcoming dates and gigs and all that.
Check them out. They're fantastic.
I'd say this one here is fantastic. So.
Oh, please.
There we go. We won't get into one of those, but. Anyways, thanks very much. We've got loads more music coming up here at the Will County Celtic Fest. It's a great Saturday, great bit of family fun, and we've plenty more coming up, so stay tuned.
The infamous up is back to the back of her hush with the wave of his hand. He linked in his plane with a satisfied smile, and if we stand up, the stories began. And the coolness was deafening all round the room as the stories were flipping inside. And he'd take us to places of wondrous wonders and in a mysterious guide. Well, if he sound us a pound, if we could get this plane down of so many stories to tell. But the years have caught on me, and I think it's beyond me. I haven't been feeling so well. If I could tell one more tale and I hope to regale, I feel I could lay down my crown. For me time's nearly up, if I could have a more sup, the sound is a pound all round. He was there once a week in his hat and his coat, but nobody knew the man's name. He was a lover, a soldier, a gypsy, a rover, of all men's his characters came. With the sound of his voice in an instant transported to imagination's broad lands. And then he'd return us to reality's grasp, with the memory of something more grand. Well, if he sound as a pound, if we could get this plane down of so many stories to tell. But the years have got on me, and I think it's beyond me. I haven't been feeling so well. If I could tell one more tale and I hope to regale, I feel I could lay down my crown. For me time's nearly up, if I could have a more sup, but the sound is a pound all round. Well, he told about heroes and legends and martyrs and ordinary folk in his tales. Of battles and banquets and mountains and rivers, the fairies who lived in the vales. Through Colm and Fionn and the heroes of Ireland, assumed the persona most real. And he conjured the images crafted in words in the warm atmosphere you could feel. Well, it'd be sound as a pound if I could get this point down of so many stories to tell. But the years have got on me, and I think it's beyond me. I haven't been feeling so well. If I could tell one more tale and the hope to regale, I feel I could lay down my crown. For me time's nearly up. If I could have a more sup, I'd be sound as a pound around. Someone went on a seat at the bar with his face looking haggard and wan. His head had seemed heavy and his hands were unsteady, and the light in his eye nearly gone. But he'd one more to tell, and he summoned a vision with all of the strength of his will. He related his last, and he set down his glass, and he sat on the bar stool quite still. Well, it'd be sound as a pound if I could get these point down of so many stories to tell. But the years have got on me, and I think it's beyond me. I haven't been feeling so well. If I could tell one more tale and the hope to regale, I feel I could lay down my crown. For me time's nearly up. If I could have a more sup, I'd be sound as a pound all round. Yeah. Good Margaret. Thank you very much indeed. Now, we'll have a bit of crack now with this next song. This song was written in a pub in Dublin called the Blue Light, which is the most amazing little piece of heaven you could ever encounter. It's nestled right up on the side of the Dublin mountains with a perfect view all over Dublin City and all over Dublin Bay, and at night it's a very spectacular sight. It's an old mountain pub, and I used to go up there all the time. And there was one night we were up there, and I'm not cutting you. At this stage now, we'd a good 17, 18 pints into us, you know what I mean? And the music was flowing, and the crack was great. And we were all waxing lyrical about how wonderful it was to come from Dublin, the place where Guinness was invented. So we decided we'd write a tribute to Arthur Guinness. And this is what we come up with. Wait till you hear this, right? The purse was white and bad, so in goes right to me local where I'm up with Jack the lad. He grabs me and he says to the Grenfell lag is given out. I went in me arse to say to him, I love a pint of stout, I love a nice pint of black with a creamy up on top. You get up from me and the other beer, and I won't touch a drop. If this is the only beer in the world I couldn't give a damn, Jesus bless you, Arthur Guinness, you're the blessed saint of a man. Yep. By Saturday noon the day was quite sweet hard to take a stroll. When I came to rest the hostelry there was some by Mick Hotel. Says Mick at the bar and a day that should appear as a runny man. I went in me arse to say to him, I love a pint of plain, I love a nice pint of black with a creamy up on top. You get up from me and the other beer and I wouldn't touch a drop. If this is the only beer in the world I couldn't give a damn, Jesus bless you, Arthur Guinness, you're the blessed saint of a man. Well, Jack McGuire's a friend of mine, he can't get up right. He come down to mix and he drinks with me on every Sunday night. There's rushes and says right to him, just fire a bit of crack. Get up your arse, you city, you'll get by as a pint of black. I love a nice pint of black with a creamy up on top. You get up from me and the other beer, and I wouldn't touch a drop. If this is the only beer in the world I couldn't give a damn, Jesus bless you, Arthur Guinness, you're the blessed saint of a man. Here's the sad verse. For the news came out, the world's supply of Guinness was drying up. Oh, now. With a tear in me eye, I went to the pub to look for one last sup. All together now. Mick at the bar was taken aback as I poured me poor heart down. That saw me arse sent to me and pulled me a pint of stout. I love a nice pint of black with a creamy up on top. You get that from me and the other beer and I won't touch a drop. If this is the only beer in the world I couldn't give a damn. Jesus bless you and the Guinness, you're the blessed saint of a man. I love a nice pint of black with a creamy up on top. You get that from me and the other beer and I won't touch a drop. If this is the only beer in the world I couldn't give a damn. Jesus bless you and the Guinness, you're the blessed saint of a man. Jesus bless you and the Guinness, you're the blessed saint of a man. Hello.
Breeches I put on, my corduroy breeches I put on to work upon the railway, the railway. I'm weary of the railway. Paul Paddy works on the railway. 1842, from Hay to Waterloo, for the West Cellaroo to work upon the railway. I was wearing corduroy breeches, ditches, pulling stitches, dodging ditches. I was working on the railway. 1843, I went to selling fake IDs, slept with shady company along the Badger Railway. I was wearing corduroy breeches, digging ditches, pulling stitches, dodging ditches. I was working on the railway. On my door, head was heavy, my hands were off, I'm busting up the railway. I was wearing corduroy breeches, digging ditches, pulling stitches, dodging ditches. I was working on the railway. 1845 in Pascamara, he was alive. Pascamara, he was alive. We terrorized the railway. I was wearing corduroy breeches, digging ditches, pulling stitches, dodging ditches. I was working on the railway. 1846, I changed my trade to carrying bricks. Gotta get sit magic and horse upon the railway. I was wearing corduroy breeches, digging ditches, pulling stitches, dodging ditches. I was working on the railway. In 1847, Paul Paddy was thinking of going to heaven. Paul Paddy was thinking of going to heaven to leave behind the railway, Mifflin Way. I'm sick to death of the railway. Paul Paddy works on the railway. Straight, learned to drink my whiskey straight, got drunk on the railway. I was wearing corduroy breeches, digging ditches, pulling stitches, dodging ditches. I was working on the railway. 1849, I learned to make a homemade wine for boys in oak and dandelions. I picked them on the railway. I was wearing corduroy breeches, digging ditches, pulling stitches, dodging ditches. I was working on the railway. I was wearing corduroy breeches, digging ditches, pulling switches, dodging ditches. Working on the railway, I was wearing corduroy breeches, digging ditches, pulling switches, dodging ditches. I was working on the railway.
Thank you very much, everybody. Say hello to my friend Joe Newman playing the bass guitar for you today. Hello, Will County Company.
Wow, everyone's pushing it today, isn't it?
That's the nicest intro I've ever gotten from Brian, our drummer. Suck it. took a stroll on the old long walk of the day. Hey. Met a little girl and we stopped and talked on a fine soft day. And I ask you now, tell me what would you do? 'Cause her hair was black and her eyes were blue. And I knew right then I've been taking a whirl. Oh, around the sun till dawn with a Galway girl. Hey! We were halfway there when the rain came down on the day. Hey. She asked me up to a flat downtown on a fine soft day. And I ask you now, tell me what would you do? 'Cause her hair was black and her eyes were blue. I took her hand and I gave her a swirl. Oh, I lost my heart to a Galway girl. Hey! Now when I woke up, I was all alone, with a broken heart and a ticket home, and half of a toenail. And I ask you now, tell me what would you do? 'Cause her hair was black and her eyes were blue. 'Cause I traveled around, I've been all over this world. Boys, I ain't never seen nothing like a Galway girl.
Folks, want to introduce you to Reilly's own resident Galway girl, all the way from New Berlin, Wisconsin. Not that you guys really know where that is. It's Kimmy Unger over here on the fiddle. Everyone say hello to Kimberly. Hello, Kimberly.
It's wonderful because there's only certain places I can do this song, because if Colm's here, he'll call me out on it afterwards. But Colm, be kind, yeah? So go down to Franca. If you don't understand the words, it means have a great time at St. Joe's Park today. I wanna from Kentucky to your house in Tallymoore. I wanna from Kentucky to your house in Tallymoore. It's a runt the land like you skulle die for grab a hem. Piggy glannes take the five hours in Tallymoore. Say it. I ska make en unifane house in Tallymoore. I ska make en unifane house in Tallymoore. Hvem ikke sagde, det var det skræk, hvem ikke sagde, du hævder tæt. Selv går dårligt, kan og nej, var sin Tallymoore. Isen vej min for, så synes jeg har sin Tallymoore. Isen vej mig for så sidst jeg har så tanden bort. Hvem mit sætte hvor det skræk, hvem mit sætte og hæfter tæk. Så går dårlig kørne, nej, var så tanden bort. Så! Only from Kentucky, so the hasn't van bort. Only from Kentucky, so the hasn't van bort. It's around the Latin like a screwdriver, grab a help. Piggy gladness cake the 5 hasn't van bort. Only from Kentucky, so the hasn't van bort. Only from Kentucky, so the hasn't van bort. It's around the Latin like a screwdriver, grab a help. Piggy gladness cake the 5 hasn't van bort. Are you still with us? Isen vej min boss og sidst jeg har så tanden vogt. Isen vej min boss og sidst jeg har så tanden vogt. Hvem mit sætte vågnes kvæk, hvem mit sætte og hæfter tæk. Selv går dårlig kørne, nej, var så tanden vogt. Only from Kentucky, so the house of Van Vogt. Only from Kentucky, so the house of Van Vogt. It's around the Latin track, you could die, you got a hell. Piggy gladness cake the 5 hours of Van Vogt. Dive grab a hell. Piggy gladness klædt the 5 hours and Van Vogt. Yeah. Again, we have a couple more songs. My name is John Condron. Are you enjoying yourselves today? Are you having a good time? We're about to change all that. Is Colm O'Brien still here? Is Colm still here? He's around somewhere. How about a round of applause for Colm? He got up and played his heart out earlier. He's a brilliant artist. All the way from Ballymun in Dublin. Absolute wrong side of the tracks and a really good cat. So we'll do this one for him today. It's a song off the latest record. It's called If Anywhere at All. It is over there under the table. I usually get accused of not saying that enough. I think I've said it too many times now tonight, so I'll shut up about it. This is a song called The Old Gang, and it's specifically and directly for Colm and for you guys tonight, yeah. Funny how the old gang stays, the same in your head and no other place. It's funny how the old gang dies, weddings and funerals to recognize your fingerprints on my fingerprints on life. I was was a part of the old gang. It's funny how the sounds in my head smell like the pavement and the skins that we've shed. It's funny how the motion gets slow as falling glass credits continue to roll. Yeah. Fingerprints on my fingerprints on life. I was a part of the old gang. Lights have come up and they've turned me away. Now I'm urging his deathbed while memory fades. All things informed by the knowing of you. It's the old breaking down into pieces of new. Yeah. I was a part of the old gang. I was a part of the old gang, yeah. I was a part of the old gang. I was a part of the old gang. It's funny how the old gang stays the same in your head and no other place. It's funny how the old gang dies. It takes weddings and funerals to recognize your fingerprints on my fingerprints on life. I was a part of the old gang. Lights have come up and they've turned me away. I'm urging his deathbed while memory fades. All things informed by the knowing of you. It's the old breaking down into pieces of new. Yeah. I was a part of the old gang. I was a part of the old gang. Yeah. I was a part of the old gang. I was a part of the old gang. Thank you so much. Grandma, cheers everybody, sláinte. To all of you, you're in for a huge treat, a huge treat. Tallymoore is still here. The incomparable, incredible, dear friends. I owe them a little bit of money and a ride somewhere, I think. Cutthroat Shamrock is here all the way from East Tennessee as well, so make sure that you welcome these folks here.
We've had a fantastic night tonight. We're here with John. John, what was the name of your band again?
John Condron and the Old Gang Orchestra.
All right. Well, how was playing up there for you?
It was wonderful. We had a great time. The crowd was fantastic. It's the best year yet, and it was a pleasure to be here. So
great. Well, why don't you introduce us to your band members over here?
This is Tom Maslowski. He plays upright bass and all things low end. This is Pat Otto on the mandolin and mandola today, and then next to him is Don Nudie. He's invisible. And no, I think he's actually in the cemetery loading. This is the only festival in the country where you load your car in the cemetery. So he's in the cemetery loading the drums, and hopefully he'll be back in a second before we're done. So this is the gang. This is the Old Gang Orchestra. So.
Well, all right. Well, it's been a pleasure listening to you. I just want to know, how'd you become this?
We all failed out of college, and the parole board wouldn't let us leave the state. So we've all played, for years and years independently in various capacities, and as everybody does. And I think that just over the years we became friends, and kind of there's some mutual admiration in other projects and seeing each other play live, and going back and forth. There's a great community, community of arts in this area, and whether it's music or Sue Regis is here as well, the glass artist, and just a perfect example of the wonderful things that are happening in this area. And so I think that over the years we just kind of, through mutual admiration and hanging out and having a good time here and there, inevitably wound up together, and inevitably wound up playing some songs together, and now it's worked out very naturally and organically, and it's just a pleasure to play with these guys, so it's great.
Well, that's awesome, and you play some great music. What's one of your favorite songs to play as a group?
Oh, Susanna, we do that really well. No, not at all. No, I think that the stuff off the new record, I have a new record out, and I recorded it as a solo project. And then these guys came along, kind of like I say all the time, they reinvented these songs, and so maybe something like Ship Song off the new record, or something maybe is my favorite to play live. Walking in Place is a good one. Walking in Place, yeah. There's a lot of new tracks these guys just breathe life into, and so it's a lot of fun,
Well, that's great. Well, there's a lot of authentication here tonight. Oh, we found another band member.
Here he is.
Here we go.
I introduced you already as standing there as the Invisible Man. It's Donico Nudie here on drums or percussion.
All right. Well, he's here. We're now a complete whole.
We are the old gang. The old gang orchestra is fully affected.
So how do you feel about the crowd tonight? Have you walked around a bit yet and saw what was going on earlier?
All day. Colm O'Brien is here, and Cutthroat Shamrock is here, and the Ploughboys and Tallymoore, Reilly, everybody at the second stage, everybody that's doing their thing. It's a wonderful event. Great lineup, and just great crowd, great vibe. I mean, everybody's having a blast and doing what they do. So.
And it's a beautiful night too. We couldn't have asked for better weather today.
No, can't get it. Absolutely.
Well, thank you very much. You performed great entertainment. We really appreciate you being here.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And, we appreciate it a great deal. And thank you guys for hanging in there and sticking with us. We'll see you soon, I guess. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Right on.
They died in their hundreds with no signs to mark where. Save the brass in the pocket of the entrepreneur. By landslide and rock blast, they got buried so deep that in death, if not life, they'll have peace while they sleep. Navigator, navigator, rise up and be strong. The morning is here and there's work to be done. Take your pick and your shovel and the bold dynamite for to shift a few tons of this earthly delight. Yes, to shift a few tons of this earthly delight. The mark on this land is still seen and still laid. The way for a commerce where vast fortunes were made. The supply of an empire where the sun never set, which is now deep in darkness, but the railway's there yet. Navigator, navigator, rise up and be strong. The morning is here and there's work to be done. Take your pick and your shovel and the bold dynamite for to shift a few tons of this earthly delight. Yes, to shift a few tons of this earthly delight.
Will County, thank you guys so very, very much. From the bottom of our hearts, we would not be here if it wasn't for wonderful, wonderful festgoers like yourself. So thank you very, very much. Coming up next, Cutthroat Shamrocks. Please stop on over to the merch tent. We've got these awesome debut CDs that we'd love to sign for you, say hello to you. So we got one more. Please sing along, join in, clap in, dance along. Thanks again for having us. Come sing a bell a bow until me pay attention. Don't ever fall in love, it's the devil's own invention. Once I fell in love with the lady so bewitching. Miss Henry had a bell known in Captain Kelly's kitchen. With me tooraloo-la, tooraloo-la, it's me tooraloo-la, tooraloo-la, it's me tooraloo-la, tooraloo-la, it's me tooraloo-la, tooraloo-la, At the age of 17, I was apprenticed to a grocer, not far from Stevens Green, where Miss Bell, she go for a teaser. Her manners were so free, she set my heart a twitching. She set me down for tea down in Captain Kelly's kitchen. Next Sunday being the day, we were to have a flare-up. I dressed myself quite gay, and left with an army hair up. The captain had no wife, he had gone out a fishing. So me and Henrietta went a-courting in the kitchen. Tooraloo-la, tooraloo-la, it's me tooraloo-la. Off my knees, oh my gosh, overheads and heels, threw me slap into the fire. My Neurobuehler's coat that I bought from Mrs. Simpson with a 30 shilling note. Went to blazes in the kitchen. I grew to see my duds. I'm smeared with smoke and ashes, but it's time of dirty suds. For I in my face she dashes to lay on the floor. Still the water she kept pitching till the footman broke the door and marched into the kitchen. With me tooraloo-la, it's me tooraloo-la, it's me tooraloo-la, tooraloo-la. Came downstairs and to see me situation. In spite of all me prayers, I was marched off to the station. For me they said no bail, though to go home I was itching. And I had to tell the tale of how I came into the kitchen. She swears she didn't invite me, you gave a flat denial. For assault they didn't indict me, and I was sent for trial. They swore I robbed the house in spite of all me preaching. And I got 6 months hard for a courting in the kitchen. With me tooraloo-la, the tooraloo-la, it's me tooraloo-la, the tooraloo-la. It's me tooraloo-la, the tooraloo-la, it's me tooraloo-la, the tooraloo-la, it's me tooraloo-la, the tooraloo-la, it's me tooraloo-la, tooraloo-la, it's me tooraloo-la, the tooraloo-la, it's me tooraloo-la, the tooraloo-la. All right, Will County, put your hands together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tell me, Ma, when I go home, the boys don't leave the girls alone. They pull my hair, stole my comb, but that's alright till I go home. She's handsome, she is pretty, she's a belle, fascinating. She's gorgeous, 1, 2, 3. Please you tell me who is she? Albert Mooney says he loves her, all the boys are fighting for her. Knocking at the door and they're ringing on the bell saying, oh my true love, are you well? Out she comes as white as snow, rings on the fingers and bells on her toe. Oh, Tallymoore, she says she'll die if she doesn't get a fella with her old baby. Tell me, Ma, when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. Pull my hair, stole my comb, but that's alright till I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she's a belle, fascinating. She's gorgeous, 1, 2, 3. Please will you tell me who is she? The wind and the rain and the hail blow high. and the snow come traveling from the sky. She's as nice as apple pie. She'll get a lad of her own by and by. When she gets a lad of her own, won't tell her ma when she comes home. Let them all come as they will. It's heaven for me, she does know. Tell me why when I go home, the boys don't leave, the girls alone. Pull my hair, slow my comb, but that's alright till I go home. She's handsome, she is pretty, she's belle, fashion. She's Gordon, 1, 2, 3. Please do tell me who is she. Tell me why when I go home, the boys don't leave, the girls alone. Pull my hair, slow my comb, but that's alright till I go home. She's handsome, she is pretty, she's belle, fashion. She's Gordon, 1, 2, 3. Please do tell me who is she. She's handsome, she is pretty, she's a belle, fascinating. She's Gordon, 1, 2, 3. Please can you tell me who is she? Will County, thank you very, very much. Cutthroat Shamrock's coming up. Come on over and say hi at our merch tent. Thank you.
Here's a new one off of the new album we got here at Path Less Travel. It's called Dead Wind. It's our new pirate song.
For the peloton vessel, we took it all. Everything we wanted, and the ship could haul. I know a man lay, set up from his fleet, something or another, rolled up in his sheet. It's the day. worse. The puzzle was heavy, those balls are from where's. You're out of the hole, of the tables and the chairs. They shared his feet in town. He kept what he could, did the cuts and came around. He threw over everything, and we couldn't hide. And then the first race went over the side. It's a dead wind. It's a dead wind. We're coming. It's a dead wind. It's a dead wind. We're coming. It's a dead wind. It's a dead wind. We're coming. It's a dead wind. It's a dead wind coming.
Mick Brophy, how do you feel tonight turned out?
My lord, it was a great night. We had a fantastic showing. Great crowds, great time, fantastic entertainment. I mean, what a night. I mean, what a day. What beautiful weather. I mean, we were blessed. It was very, very good.
Well, I'm glad. I know we have a few sponsors. Who would you like to thank tonight?
Terry Darcy started off. He's always great. He helps us out, get this ball rolling here. McHugh Insurance, they helped us out a lot. Prairie Contractors, we couldn't have done it without them. I mean, there's a lot. We just go to the website at willcountycelticfest.com. You can see all our links to all our sponsors. Please, anybody out there, just take care of our sponsors. They really helped us with this event. It was great.
Well, good. I'm glad you had such a great time. I had a great time myself, and the entertainment was quite amazing. I was actually surprised at just the authentication of it.
We brought the real deal here to Will County. I mean, we really did. It was excellent. We had second generation musicians come down from the Milwaukee Irish Fest, and just the lineup was unbelievable. We did a great job, yeah.
Well, awesome. Well, thank you so much for having everybody out here. The turnout was great. There was a great crowd of people here tonight.
Oh, yeah.
A few important people. We've seen Larry Walsh. We've seen you. So now we've seen the real deal here.
Well, this is it. This is Will County Celtic Fest. Every year we're going to be back. It's going to be great.
Good.
Only bigger and better from now on.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you again next year. Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you.
Cheers.
We're the Windy City Irish, where the crack is always best. Where every day is Paddy's Day and everyone's a guest. If you're Irish on the north side or Irish on the west, welcome to the south side. Come join our Irish Fest. We're the south side Irish as our fathers were before. We come from the Windy City and we're Irish to the core. From Bridgeport to Beverly, from Midway to South Shore, we're the south side Irish. Let's sing it out once more. Our parents came from Mayo, from Cork and Donegal. We come from Sabina, St. Killian's and St. Gall, St. Leo Visitation, Little Flower and the rest. The south side parishes are mighty, they're the best. We're the south side Irish as our fathers were before. We come from the Windy City and we're Irish to the core. From Bridgeport to Beverly, from Midway to South Shore, we're the south side Irish. Let's sing it out once more. We live on the south side, Mayor Daley lives there too. The greatest Irish leader that Chicago ever knew. And he was always proud of his south side Irish roots. So his to his honor, to his memory will be true. We're the south side Irish as our fathers were before. We come from the Windy City and we're Irish to the core. From Bridgeport to Beverly, from Midway to South Shore, we're the south side Irish. Let's sing it out once more. We sing the songs our fathers sang when they were growing up. Rebel songs of Aaron's Isles in the Southside Irish pub. But when it comes to baseball, we have two favorite clubs. Okay, time to show your true colors. Let me hear the Sox fans out there. Wait, you are Sox fans? Let me hear those Sox fans out there. All right, just to be friendly, let's hear the Cubs fans.
Look at the energy they're putting out.
Sox fans! That's what I like. When it comes to baseball, we have two favorite clubs. The Go White Sox. And whoever plays the Cubs, we're the Southside Irish as our fathers were before. We come from the Windy City and we're Irish to the core. From Bridgeport to Beverly, from Midway to South Shore, we're the Southside Irish. Let's sing it out, let me hear ya. Southside Irish as our fathers were before. We come from the Windy City and we're Irish to the core. From Bridgeport to Beverly, from Midway to South Shore, we're the Southside Irish. Let's sing it out once more.